Rescue dogs. Something happened a long time ago on September 11th, 2001. Something horrible happened. Far away in New York City, there were two buildings. They were two tall towers. What happened? There was an airplane with a bad man driving it. Mwahaha. And he drove the plane into one of the towers, and the plane crashed. The first tower started to crumble, but later, when the first building was falling, the second building was still standing, and there was another plane with a bad man too, and it drove into the tower and started to crumble. Soon there was smoke and fire, and both of the buildings started to fall. It was really sad. So what happened? Who helped? Let's see. So who's this? This man is blind. What does that mean? It means his eyes can't see. He's blind. But the dog, the yellow dog, it helps lead the blind man. The dog barks and pulls the blind man where it's safe. So when the first plane hit the first tower and it started to crumble, this blind man was in the other building. He heard what happened and knew he needed to get out of the building, but he couldn't see, so he commanded his dog to help him get outside. So the dog helped him climb down the tower, and he made it outside safe. That was a good dog. What's the other picture? Both buildings fell down, and this is the rubble. When the tower fell, there were people stuck. There was a big pile, and there were people stuck underneath. They needed help. Help, help. So what happened? What did they do? So what happened? There were a lot of firemen and a lot of policemen and hospital workers. They all came, and there were dogs. What were the dogs for? The dogs were there to help. They're called search dogs, and they helped save people. There was a pile of rubble, and there were maybe boys and girls stuck underneath. Help, help! So what did the dogs do? They climbed over the pile of rubble, and they smelt, where are the people? Where are the boys? Where are the girls? And they would use their nose and smell, and they'd find someone, and they'd tell the firemen and police by barking. The firemen and police could come and dig through that spot and help save people. There were a lot of dogs helping. What happened? This black dog had climbed in the rubble and was looking for this woman. You see the woman? She was stuck. Something had fallen on her and she needed help. And the dog was climbing around, searching for her, sniffed and barked and found her, and they got the woman out and she was safe. She had to go to the doctor. She needed help, and now she's healthy. A dog's nose smells very good. A dog can sniff and they can search. They can sniff things far, far away. And they could know if there's someone over here or over there. And they can run over and find people. Oh, what is this dog doing? If the dog needed to get very far and climb over something, there was a zip line and the dog would hop on and ride all the way over to the other side and sniff, and he would smell and search for people. He would look, where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the girls and boys? And he would look around and the dog would search very fast. Dogs are good helpers. What's this dog doing? Oh, you see the woman in the yellow coat and the dog? The woman could tell her dog, okay, pay attention. Doggy, sit. And the dog would sit. Okay, doggy, wait. Stay. And the dog would sit and wait. Are you ready? Okay, go search for people. And the dog would jump up and run around and look for people. And then she could say, stop, freeze. And the dog would sit and listen. This dog paid attention when it was safe, helping find people. Uh-oh. Sometimes, oops, things happened. It was dangerous. Maybe the dog was looking for people and trying to help. Where are the people? And maybe the dog would be walking around. Sometimes they fell or got a cut on their foot and it would bleed. That's what happened to this dog. It got a cut. So what did they do? They went to the doctor, the vet. You know, the animal doctor, and they wrapped it up with a Band-Aid. Now the dog can go back to work, walking around looking for more people. What is this bus? What's the bus for? Oh, this bus helps dogs. When the dog is walking around looking, sometimes they would get tired or sick or dirty. They needed food and water because they were hungry. So when they were done working, the dogs would go over to the bus and get in, and people would help. They would take care of the dogs, give them food and water. They would take care. They would help their owies. And now the dogs can search more. What are these two doing? They worked all day, and the man and the dog worked, and they were looking for people and climbing around things all day long, and they're tired. They're exhausted. So what did they do? They sat down and fell asleep for a little bit, took a nap. And when they woke up, okay, we're ready to go back to work. They were very tired. What are these dogs doing? Sometimes the firemen or policemen, they felt very sad and tired. So what would the dogs do? They would jump up and lick their faces, and they could pet them. And their sadness would turn to happiness, and it would make them feel better. This dog is a therapy dog. It would help me feel better. Many dogs helped save people. They looked around and they searched and they would smell and they would bark. These dogs were good helpers. There are different kinds of dogs that helped. Different colors, different sizes. Some are small, some are big. You can see, the black and white dog that's sitting. It's called a border collie. And right beside it, there's a yellow dog laying down. That's called a golden retriever. Now on the bottom, you see the dog that's black and brown that's sitting up, with the pointy ears. That's called a German Shepherd. Oh, it has the same last name as Roger. And then over here, you see the brown dog sitting. That's called a Labrador Retriever. There are different kinds of dogs that help people. They help rescue people. Thank you, dogs, for being good helpers. The end.